Hello, 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 hello. How's it going today, guys? Let me see here. Let me see. Is there nothing up right now? Which if all right. So yeah, the web app's not gonna be live right now. That's for sure. Uh, all right. Let me just copy this link. All right. It doesn't. All right, cool. That's what I wanted to see. All right. Let's go ahead and plan out some starter squads that I want to work with. So I'm gonna try to set two. Um, Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on a second. Excuse me in my nose today because it's a bit runny today. Worked in the yard, outside, and safe to say the pollen wasn't nice to me. That's pretty much the current state of my nose. So you're gonna hear me sniffing a lot. So don't treat it as weird. Treat it as a result of me going outside. All right. In any case, though, um, let's go ahead and take a look here. Whoops. Whoops, that does not go either. There we go. All right, there we go. So now we can actually go ahead and get started. So we have some new foundation cards and stuff like that too. So one of the things I want to look over is to see, well, first of all, let's go ahead and just take a look at the foundation cards first. I'm pretty sure they added those into Footbin. If not, I'll have to take a look at them um, more individually. Let's take a look here actually. Let's go to players. Yeah, they have squad foundations. No, they don't. All right. So if Footbin doesn't have it, I guess we'll do FootGG, I guess. I know FootGG has it for sure. Yeah, there they go. They have them there. All right, let's actually do the squad builder here on that because apparently they don't have that yet. All right. So of course we start out with Son, Heung-min Son at the start. Um, Next we could try to take a look as to who could fit in those positions. Now, Cha Bum-kun, something I realized as well about him. Whoops. Well, let's take a look at him first. Let's take a look at this card actually, just to give a proper look. Um, how tall is he? He is 5'10", controlled with 5-star weak foot, rapid quick step, relentless enforcer, tiki taka acrobatic low driven. Those playstyles at the start of the game, to have that many playstyles and they're really good. This looks like to be a really decent card. To be honest, if I end up packing this card, by any means or any reason, if I do end up packing this card, I wouldn't be too mad about it, to be honest. Like the only really downside to him is the ball control here. So this is the first time I'm looking at his in-game stats now, just so you know. Yeah, looking at this, his sprint speed is high, his acceleration is semi-low, his shooting is fairly decent. His passing is okay, but obviously with Tiki Taka it's gonna be a little bit better with the short passing. Good stamina, average strength or so. So what could I give him here? And I don't know if they actually updated. Let me take a look here. Hunter. Okay, yeah, so they actually did update the chemistry style. So now we got a proper look at the chemistry style as well. So, marksman. Marksman could be pretty good. It doesn't give him like the pace upgrade or anything like that, but it does give him plenty of like, shooting stats and dribbling stats, especially these ones right here. And I'm glad they're actually adding the ability to switch up composure and stuff like that as well. Engine doesn't provide too much. What about the Hawk? Where's the Hawk? Hawk does give out plenty of shooting boosts as well. Not a lot of strength. Fair enough. Finisher could also be fairly decent. Gives him 9 finishing. Doesn't do a lot. I think marksman might be the one actually, because it gives him those upgrades just down this line right here. What other upgrades can upgrade? Composure. Artist can do composure as well. Just doesn't get ball control. What else? Finisher. Let's see. Basic. Even just the basic is okay. Nothing crazy again, but like we won't know for sure. Fair enough. All right. So if that's the case, we're not gonna take a look too much into his actual icon here. We're not really gonna do all this actually. So we're just gonna remove him. How to remove players from here? Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. Figured it out, guys. I figured it out. All right. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we do have some new foundation players, of course. I know Fujiji is gonna recommend me Korean players, but let's take a look and see what we can do with some of these players as well. So like for example, right, let's go to Fujiji and take a look at some of the players that are added. So of course, Eusebio, Garincha, Charlton, more Yashin. That's gonna be more later because obviously those are gonna be like through a level up rewards. Players like Stanisic, Ruggieri, and Endo are gonna be very interesting though. And the reason why I say that is because you're essentially gonna get 2 of these. You're gonna get 2 out of the 5 here. So that means that your squad building options have now basically increased by a lot. So we have to start considering a lot of options immediately off the bat. So let's take a look, for example, right? Let's say Stanisic is the next option. That means you will need Kim and Jae for sure. Stanisic, there he is. And then I have to build around Son. So Yoris. It's definitely gonna be one player I need. DePaul is the standard. Whoops, clicked the wrong thing. DePaul, definitely be the next thing. Now I think, actually, hold on. Okay, this guy. Oh wait, this could actually be different here. Okay, so one of the players that actually did get confirmed for a team of the week is Juan, I believe. Let me see if I can find him. Let me see here. Juan J1, I think, is the one. Or maybe not. Hang on, I'm trying to look. Okay, I think it was Juan J1, but let me take a look even more specifically here. Because I'm pretty sure it was leaked earlier. Let me take a look here. Let me see here. Foot. Sheriff here. I'm pretty sure and some of them leaked the entire team of the week here. Oh, yeah, here it is. Here. There we go. So this is the team of the week here. Yeah, Jang Song won. That's what it was. Jang Song won. Where is he? Is he here he is. Right? Jang Song won. Is that the same one? It is. Okay. So he is getting a significant upgrade from what it looks like. And he can play left back, apparently, according to the league. So if that's the case, let's say for instance, Jang Sung-won played in the position he was meant to. Let's put him a right back, right? What does that give him? Okay, it doesn't give a lot of links, obviously. That's for sure. Start looking at some of these players here. Jung Seo Hyun is also MLS Korea, but he doesn't have a lot of great boosts. Or am I reading that right? That's 61 defending, yeah, for sure. All right. I was gonna say 81 defending, no way. All right, here we're gonna start to have to really start looking at different options here. Who are we have at left back? Zarazu, hell yeah. All right, anyways. Gomis, no. I could go. Okay. Okay, this is where I really have to think now because out of the possible like foundation cards that we have here, who could be a good replacement in that sense? I have to really think. Because I'm looking at Tomori. Well, that's later. I'm looking at like, Ruggieri, Endo, Coop Miners, Garcia. And then you also have other like foundation cards that you'll end up getting either through the progression or through objectives. So for example, Surge, right? Surge is also a possible option here because he is MLS. My only issue is that he doesn't provide like the super strongest link. But if that's the case, who can I get for free here? Let's see. Who can I get early on? Let's just say that. I could get Dolan, which could provide a La Liga link. Cairns. She looks like a pretty decent center mid. Fry. Not crazy about that. Bruninha doesn't provide a great link. Okay. Okay. Either way, we are going to get a for my account at least. I am going to get a pre-order icon for sure. So let's say, all right, let's start talking at least like worst case scenarios, right? Let's say what if we end up getting Stevie G, right? Steven Gerrard, right? Let's say worst case scenarios we do get Steven Gerrard, right? Let's start over here. How do I clear out? How do I clear everything? Can I not clear everything out or what? Pretty sure you can, right? Whoops. All right. Well, that didn't work. Oh, here we go. Settings. Yeah, reset. All right, cool. So let's start with Son again, right? Whoops. All right, let's say worst case scenario, we get Gerrard. Right, Stevie G at that center mid, right? So we already have an icon link. I don't think that will provide the link to Son yet. I guess not for some reason. All right, but let's just assume, right? All right, let's say we move Son at the striker and let's actually put in what's his face? Not Fry. What was his face? Surge. Let's put him in. Where's my tab? Yeah. Surge at striker. Okay. That provides a good link from Gerrard immediately off rip. From here, let's say I want to go with Endo, right? And then here we'll go with Ruggieri, right? There we go. Ruggieri. Got it. All right. Left back, right? All right. So from here, the best thing I can do in this situation though, I don't know how tough Surge is gonna be to get. I'm assuming he's not gonna be that difficult. But if he is, I'll just try my best. Who's the foundation player that was Bosdigan, right? But he's German, so that's not gonna work well. He's German and he's from Eredivisie. It depends on how Kieran's is. Um, that being said, it doesn't look too well. Okay. Realistically, I could get Dolan from the early access tournament. You only have to win one of them to get him again, I think. So let's say for instance, right? I do get Dolan, right? Dolan, right? So let's say we get Dolan. Okay. I think Yodis is gonna be mandatory at this point because I definitely need the strong link. It does, to be fair, it does provide actually the full on link, so that actually does work. So by that point, Son and Yoris are at full chem. The only ones missing are pretty much the Endo and Ruggieri links, right? So let's say for this instance here, right? The strongest link I can give right now is Hanko. Hanko's fairly decent. Jimenez could also be decent as well. Yeah, that actually gives full link right there between them two. So now I have full links on everybody except for Endo, which is really interesting. Oh yeah, and foundations players do give out like extra links as well, right? So that actually does help. All right. I feel like we're making progression now. All right, so now we have to link up Endo. That's the main cause. Kubo would have been nice to try to upgrade. That'll probably be for later, actually. I know I constantly upgrade Kubo. There's Kijima as well. That's very interesting. All right. All right, let's think early on. Ward's Prowse. Hmm. How's Ward's Prowse looking? He's level 10. Okay. So, not quite there yet. Or will probably be there eventually. Not too mad about that. All right. All right, we got to keep thinking around here. Uh, I would say hmm. Okay. Really give me a lot of options here. Okay. In the meantime, I think I'll put Rogers in. No. No, I don't like the way he looks actually. Actually, hang on. How good is Bergvall? Bergvall, nothing crazy. He does have an inform coming up as well. So let's say he does have that inform. Actually, wait. I just realized. Uh, if if uh if Jang Sung Won can play right back like his base bronze card does, then that could also be a good option. There's also Yamane, but I'm not gonna go into that. Jang Sung Won, there he is. Okay, so nothing there, nothing concrete there either. Nothing in the midfield. Pretty much nothing at center back. Okay, that's not gonna work well for now. So we'll just remove him. Well, I don't need to link up Sun anymore. That's the thing. By that point, all my players have gotten their links. So by that metric, we just need to fill out the rest of these. All right. All right, let's do this then. We'll put Gallagher in. And at center back, we have to start linking up. Realistically, I'm not going to get Konate. If I do, be great. But if not, oh well. The safest option I can do here is a center back from. It's basically a center back from Premier League. It's not looking good, man. Put jet spans in there. I guess I'll just stick with Kwanzaa for now. And that gives me 30. That gives me what? 32 out of 33? Literally the only one with the weak link is Endo. Yeah, who can I switch up here? I mean, the only thing I can realistically do is give him a manager, right? Uh, would he get a Premier League? Oh, do I have to do that? Okay, hold on a second. All right, found it. So realistically, the best way I can give him any proper chem to Endo is to literally give him a Japanese manager, regardless of the league, I think. Because I think I could just go either way. Like, say if he was La Liga. Yeah. That'd be literally the only way I can give him chem, right? So there's that option at least. So I guess there's one squad down that I can potentially get. Realistically, if Gerard does give me, if they do give me Gerard, right? I guess the other option would be if I get like CC, right? So let's take a look here. So let's go ahead and clear this out. All right. So let's start with, all right. I don't know what positions does CC play. Let's take a look. CC, she can only play cam. So realistically, what would happen if I do pack her? I will need to switch my formation. So let's go ahead and switch it to, let's say, oops, tactics. Oh, here we go. Let's go for a 4-2-3-4, right? Let's go with that. All right. And again, we'll use Son as the main guy. All right. Now, if we do end up getting CC, which seems very likely, CC is a bit of a weird one, as probably a lot of you assume. She has okay dribbling, just low agility, 3-star weak foot, which sucks. Decent passing, decent shooting except for volleys, and kind of low speed. So if you are going to use her in that position, she does have finesse shot, incisive, tiki-taka, and technical with Shadow Striker. So she's not too bad, at least this version. Her base version, I don't know how that looks. Slightly better, obviously, but nothing crazy. And she does have incisive pass plus. The other one does have what, tiki-taka? Yeah. So already off as a starter kind of like player, her base style, her play style pluses are actually pretty decent as well. Um, so that means something like an engine could work for her. Something like a what could it be? Maybe a Deadeye. Let me see, where's the Deadeye? There it is. Let's increase all that, give her all those passing. So I mean, again, it's not going to be like the most ideal player to pack, but at least it's something, right? And now with her in there, she could also now provide some links to whatchamacallit, to foundation cards, specifically one that is Brazilian. Let me see, where is she? Bruninha, right? She's a right back. It's fairly okay, but nothing crazy. She's a wing back. She can play right mid, so that could possibly work. But let's just say, for instance, right, Bruninha, right? So she already has +2. Lloris needs to get upgraded. Well, it needs to be put in there for sure. And they already have +2 already because of the icon link off rip. The next thing though is now I have the option again for the 2 foundation cards. So let's say Kudus on this side, or actually Geisa. Geisa could work. She can play right wing. That's actually not that bad. Now they all get full link, which is good because it gives me a lot of flexibility. Does Kudus only play right wing, or can he also play left? Yes, he can. He can play left. That's good. Because now I can put someone like Endo in that side. And then put someone like, let's say, what could be good? I mean, as much as I want to put Tanaka in there, Tanaka could be decent. Bergvall could also be decent as well. They're about the same. Just Bergvall has better passing. It's a bit of a tough one. All right, we'll get back to that in a sec, I guess. We'll take here. All right, let's say realistically, I do pack someone like, say, Lacroix, right? We'll take that. Son will still need a link here. That's where, maybe that's where we'll build maybe like an offshoot Bundesliga squad. So let's take a look. Let's say, uh, what's it? I forgot his name already. Frick, I'm already forgetting the name. What's the name of the player? Whoops. Stanisic, that's what it was called, right? Sorry. All right, let's say Stanisic. Whoops. Can put in there. And then that would mean I'll have to put in. Ito would have been good there, but Ito would actually fit since he is Japanese as well. Here though, I might have to take some like liberties. So let's say Goretzka, right? So we get Rom. Oh hey ZC7, I didn't see you there. My bad. What icon do you want to pre-order? You're my favorite. Thank you for that, man. If you get 86 icon Sager, you can get 80 Amora. He is crazy. So the thing about Amora, that actually is a good recommendation. Again, it really just depends on which icon I end up packing. Because keep in mind that there's a lot of options here, like I mentioned. So, we'll take a look at, for example, right? We take a look at, where the icons. So yeah, we have like these icons and stuff like that, right? Let me sort them by new, just so I can get a better, clearer look at them. Whoops. Did I not have those ones in? Oh, they probably have it like near the very beginning, right? Nope, not that either. All right, sure. Sure. It'll probably be at the very beginning, but I guess they just organized them weird. Yeah, I guess they just organized them in such a weird way. All right. Let me take a look at the rarities then, if that's the case. Let's take a look at that. There we go. That's more better. All right. So again, it really just depends on which icons I could potentially get. Like, yeah, realistically, I could end up getting 86 Sager. I could realistically get, 86 Khan. I could get, I could end up getting Chiellini, CC. I think the most likely players you'll pack are Jones, uh, Gerard, Chabum Kun, CC, Chiellini, and Totti, obviously, because they're the 85s, right? Now, the one thing I will say is that the icon I obviously would like to get, obviously, I would love to get Henry. I would love to get R9. I would love to get Ibra, Morgan, Iniesta even. Iniesta looks really good for the cam. And Tony Kroos. Uh, so yeah, getting R9 would be actually super crazy. But realistically, right? Let's say realistically, I don't pack those players, right? Who would I realistically want, in a sense, right? Realistically, the best player I will want is Chabomkun. And the reason why I say that is because, like I mentioned before, I'm running a Heung-min Son kind of like focused account. So having that Korean link will work wonders for him and for Son and for any potential Korean players that could also be added. That's the realistic. Like obviously, it's obvious what I want from like most of these. Um, yeah, Totti looks really good. Totti is really really good. Uh, it's weird because like the stats kind of don't reflect that for some reason. I know he's a really good striker. He does have pretty decent dribbling, but man, he does have really good play styles though. To be fair, good chip shot, power shot, decisive, technical, really good stuff. So it's not too bad. His base card is actually really good too. I like his base card. Really high dribbling. Um, but yeah, realistically, I could end up getting those players. Marcelo would be nice as well. Um, but yeah, think about it that way. Um, there's plenty of options here. Like I wouldn't be too mad about. Obviously, I already get one of these players off rip to begin with. It's just a matter of how which one will fit better for the team and which one will, and depending on which icon I get, which one will provide the better links, right? I know this one. I know the icon rarity does it by like automatically, but some do give out better, chemistry for like say Chabam Kun. If I do pack him, it'll provide better chemistry with Son, so I can be more free with everything else, right? And so I also have to consider, like cards that I can potentially get out of, objectives, um, like yeah, objectives, the season pass, stuff like that. Apparently, we might end up getting like around 3K or so XP to start off with, so that could also be good. And then, of course, we also have potential of getting these cards as well. I would say a lot of people will probably get this on first week, especially that Eusebio card. Um, Obviously not to evolve it or anything like that, because obviously you're gonna need this for the tournament that's coming up soon for the Silver Stars. But definitely, um, you're definitely gonna need one of those for later. Or if you do want to evolve him, of course, right? But let's take a look at here, right? So let me continue with this one. So we have CC just in case, a worst case scenario, right? All right, let's do another one, right? Let's do another squad builder. All right. All right, let's say best case scenario, I do pack Chubbum. Let me see here. Best case scenario, I do pack Chubbum. Right? He can play right wing, so that's good. I could also put him a striker, but or yeah, I could put him a striker. Put Son in the left wing. All right. Man, I wish Buanga did get that freaking upgrade, man. Honestly. Honestly, I wish Buanga did get that upgrade. So now, as you can already see here, Son and Chabamkun and Yodis already have like pretty good links. Yodis is literally missing one. So now I have a lot of liberty as to what I want to do here. So from here, realistically, who could I get? Let me run a Bundesliga type deal, right? Because uh yeah, no kidding, man. Imagine being one of those people that end up packing R9, man. Probably could have been me, but Jeez. All right, let's say here. Let's say, all right, let's say Kim and Jay, right? I'm likely to pack Kim and Jay out of those kind of like packs. That being said, Standard Stitch as well. So I already have a couple of like, Korean links right here, which already gets full chem in that sense, right? The only thing that's really much missing is just like the links for the Bundesliga and stuff like that. I could also look for some Premier League links if I do get Endo, for example, right? So I'm gonna use Endo again and Stanisic. Like I said, like those are pretty much the best options. Or actually, let's switch it up a little bit. Let's go for Ruggeri in here. Say if you want Stanisic or Ruggeri. And now we can start working with links from those. What's a good? I don't think I'll pack Camavinga, but if I do, that'd be nice. He also gives Lloris that full chem as well. Right wing. Realistically, I would get. Who could I get at right back actually? Char could be good, at least decent enough. For center back, it would be at Araujo, but nah. Probably not gonna pack him to be honest. Wait, does Stanisic even have like anticipate? I didn't even realize that. He's a wide back. Oh, he doesn't even have defender plus plus either. Oh, that's very interesting. All right, I'll have to think about that later. Realistically, I'm not gonna get Llorente, especially this week since it's gonna be his inform. Let's just say Molina for now, right? Now here we can start experimenting a little bit more. Here I could probably put, actually let's see, a right wing. What do we got? Rodrigo I'm not going to pack. Simeone has 91 pace. That's actually kind of crazy. Let's see. Who could I get here actually? I mean, I could think about Yemi, and then I could just put in Mecha and who else? Henry Chan or Goretzka. Either or. That could be good as well. Actually wouldn't be too bad. All right. Whoops. Whoops. All right. All right, hang on. I'll be right back. I gotta clear my nose out. All right, I'm back. Just need to clear my nose out a little bit. It's been bugging the hell out of me. All right. But let's go ahead and continue. I'll probably be continuing this for a couple of minutes since I'll have to head out somewhere. Later tonight, I'll definitely do the web app for sure. Hopefully everything goes well. But if not, oh well. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, how's my YouTube studio looking in here? All right, let's continue here. So realistically, what would this look like? He could be good, but again, like realistically, who can I pack? Like that's what's annoying for me, right? I just don't know realistically who I can pack. And that's so irritating. Gary with Stanisic. Yeah, who knows? Actually, hang on. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't even planned out anything for like for the RTG. Now that with Endo is in there. So let's reset here. Let's think. Endo. Having Endo in this immediately off rip just does so much wonders for me, man. Look what I can build right now. Look what I can do. Look at this. All right. See the fact that they're not even giving me links because of those is funny. Tanaka. Here we go. Do you want to put Daichi in there? So realistically, it's the best squad I can make from Japan. I support Tottenham, dude. I'm a Tottenham fan. Glad we got the win last night or yesterday, depending on your availability. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, Dyson. I forgot about Dyson. That works. We can't play striker. That's a bit annoying. That shit's a bit annoying. Can't play Kubat Striker. Who could be a good replacement for Kamavinga if I don't pack him? Just that, I guess. Gallagher if I get the season pass, maybe. Barrios as well. If I get Barrios, who misses out? Lloris. Suppose that works. All right. Not bad. All right. Okay. All right. I think I'll just end it here for now. I'll start to think about more about it when the actual web app drops and stuff like that. I'll be back on stream later tonight because I have work. But once I do, it's going to be almost nonstop web app grind. So keep that in mind.